Hi everyone, I'm Amy Booth and welcome back to the BlueRose Kennels YouTube channel sponsored by Canine Chronicle TV. We have missed you. We've been gone for a couple months. We want to thank you for waiting for us to regroup and be able to share some videos with you again, but we are back at it. So we're going to start with today's video, which is a basic review of how we do dog baths. Now everybody is different, so you may have a completely different technique that you use. But in case you want to know how we prepare our dogs for dog shows, do maintenance baths, just prepare our dogs to get them good and clean, here's our video for you today. Okay, we always start our baths with our ear cleaner on a cotton swab, and we brush the dog's teeth. We only use our ear cleaner as far into the ear as you could safely reach, and we turn over the pad and clean everywhere. And if you're doing this on a weekly basis, you shouldn't have a lot to clean. This dog's ears are fairly clean because she's done all the time. We'll have detailed instructions on our BlueRose YouTube channel for just ear cleaning and just teeth brushing, so go ahead and watch one of those older videos that we've already provided. Be prepared with everything you need before you start the bath. So we have those cotton pads and our toothbrush with toothpaste already ready, so that we're not leaving the dog alone in the tub and going off and getting those things. They're all right at arm's reach. I'm going to take my spin brush here, as we've demonstrated in a prior video, and safely clean this dog's teeth. Again, you'll see her teeth are really well maintained because we do this ear cleaning and teeth brushing technique weekly. We highly recommend spending at least a minute brushing the teeth. And if you think she's well behaved, it's because she's very much used to it. And we're going to turn on our water to start the bath, and you're always going to test the water temperature before touching the dog with it. So I'm letting it warm up, and I'm checking the temperature on my wrist and adjusting it accordingly. Once the temperature is suitable, I'm going to start at the highest point of the dog and get the dog thoroughly wet. So the highest point is always the top of the head, the back of the neck. I do wait for the head later on in this process, and I'll explain why in just a moment. In order to get a good suds and a good clean, you're going to wet the dog thoroughly. Take your time, do it right, get everything wet and clean, check all the privates as well, make sure there's nothing crusted on or dirty. You want to make sure that they're very sanitary and clean. You're going to safely turn the dog around in the tub to get to the other side. I can't stress that more. You see, I put the water down and safely turned her around and hooked her up again to wash and rinse the other side. Just making sure everything is nice and wet again, all the way down the tail, her pants, hocks, feet, stifles, body, front legs. Now I'm going to hold the nose down to rinse her head. And this is to spray from the top down and avoid water in the eyes as much as possible. It helps avoid the eyes, nose, and ears. Now I always shake up my shampoo, especially because my shampoos are always diluted per whatever shampoo that I'm using specifications. I'm going to use my fingertips and nails to really dig into the coat, especially on these double coated breeds like this, golden retrievers and like breeds. You want that shampoo right into the skin so you're cleaning from the skin out. Same thing with that tail. Add more shampoo as you need to, but get all the way down into that skin. They have so much hair on that tail to protect them from things, but you need to get all of that hair nice and clean. People often ask what shampoos do I like. Here I'm cleaning the privates, but people often ask what shampoos do I like, and it depends on the dog, the breed, and what that specific breed and dog, what their coat needs. So in another video I will wrap up some of my favorite shampoos and conditioners to be used on dogs. In this process today, you'll notice I'm not going to use a conditioner. This dog doesn't need a conditioner. And here I'm working the shampoo into her toes, getting in there really clean. Not only does this clean it, but it just double checks that she doesn't have anything in there. So sometimes when you're giving the bath, your hands are doing work of maintenance and making sure that there's nothing growing in there, no burrs that might be stuck in there. It's your hands-on time. And like I said before, add shampoo as you need it. You're going to carefully move the dog back in the tub so you can reach all parts of her. Oftentimes when something is wrong with a dog, you'll figure it out in doing the bath because it's when your hands are thoroughly all over them. You should see and feel everything. Dogs typically will enjoy a bath because it's like a massage, so if you make it a good experience, they won't mind having it done every week or every other week. Really getting in those toes and checking nothing's in there. You never want to do shortcuts, you always want to be thorough. Again, the pants are a long area of the coat, so you really want to get into all those pants and get into the skin really well. It's also where they go to the bathroom, so it could have buildup in there, and you want to make sure you get that nice and clean. Again, we're going to safely turn her around to get the other side. The more often you give your dog a bath, the more used to the process they get, and the more accepting of what's coming next. They kind of know what's coming next. So we're just going to repeat the steps we did on the other side, on this side, and suds her up really well. Get into her skin. I'm going to speed it up a little bit because you've already seen this process. I wish I could work this fast. This dog likes to roll in the grass a little bit, so sometimes she gets a little bit of grass staining in her. So another reason why I really want to get into that skin and get that coat nice and clean. See how my hands are up and under and cleaning everything underneath her really good as well. Those hocks and those toes, feeling everything. Alright, gently clean those privates, and you're just double checking that everything looks healthy while you're doing that as well. Now we're going to get to washing the head. We wash the head last and rinse the head first. That's to help us prevent getting any soap in the eyes. And I like to wash the head in sections, so I'm only putting little bits of shampoo on at a time, and I can control where that shampoo goes. One hand always holds the head, especially while you're washing the head, because you have control of the dog moving around and accidentally getting that soap where you don't want it. So I'll use one hand to wash and one hand to hold the head. Applying more shampoo in sections. And this video was taken before I started doing Color Street, so this video of the bath is a little bit old, and I'm not wearing my Color Street nails yet. That message was to let you know that you can put cotton balls in their ears if you have a dog that's really sensitive of getting water in there, or if you're not as practiced at giving a dog a bath as I am. Feel free to put cotton in their ears. It's a nice safety precaution. It's a layer of protection to make sure you do not get water in the ears. I'm pretty cautious, and this dog is very stable and used to me giving baths, so I don't put cotton balls in her ears as a protection. But definitely, if you're new to this process, it's a great idea. Just put that cotton ball in at the beginning of the bath and take them out at the end. Now here I'm checking the temperature of the water again, making sure I didn't restart it too hot or too cold. I'm pointing the nose down, covering her eyes, and rinsing her head first. Holding that muzzle. Rinsing the ears. Trying to keep that water below where her eyes are as much as possible. Wiping the water, excess water away from her eyes when I can. I'm lifting that ear up, but I'm careful not to get the water inside that ear. Again, I am practiced at this. It's a great idea to use those cotton balls in those ears if you're not. Wring out the ears before rinsing the body, and I'm going to tell you this is a great tip. This will prevent your dog from shaking during the bath. There's 2 points that you want to always wring out when you're done rinsing, and that's the ears and the tail. This will help the dog not have that tendency to want to shake and get you all wet during the bath. So as soon as you're done washing that head, make sure you wring out those ears, and you'll notice that the dog will likely, not always, but likely not feel the need to shake and get you all wet. So we're starting rinsing from the top down, from the top back of the neck, and rinsing down over the shoulders, down the spine, down the tail, and then we're going to go from that spine down the sides. Again, you see me trying to give it like a massage technique and get into that skin. That's all these techniques are to make the dog really enjoy it. It's their massage in the bathtub time. And so far, like I said, she hasn't felt the need to shake because I did wring out both of those ears before rinsing the rest of her body. I'm going to take that nozzle down her sides and make sure all that soap is rinsed out through her chest. Getting rid of all that soap. Down her thighs and her pants and her tail. Just let that water run sometimes, let it rinse it all out. I often look down at the tub, make sure there's no soap in that area, then I know I've got it really rinsed clean. Nothing worse than going to put the dog on the table and you notice you still have soap in there. And here I am wringing out the tail the same way that I wrung out the ears. Again, the excess water on the ears and tails are what makes them want to shake during the bath. So just take a minute, stop, and wring out the ears and the tail, and that should help you. It does me. Getting up and under, and that belly really good, the inside of the thighs, the chest hair, inside the elbows, down the front feathering, all the way around. Front of the chest, down through in between each armpit area. Now we're safely turning the dog around one more time. You notice again, 2 hands are on the dog, the water is put down. Now I pick up the water again to do the exact same thing on the other side. It's important to try to reposition the dog's legs to keep them in a comfortable stance. So kind of like a stack but in the tub. That way they're comfortable standing on all 4 legs. I'm going to speed this up again because you've seen me do this process. Exact same thing on the other side. Always go back and just double check for soap spots anywhere. Looking about done, just double checking, rinsing again. You know you're done when you look in the drain and you don't see any suds left. Take down our Pro Plan towel and begin our dry. Thank you again for taking the time to be with us again today. We sure have missed you. As you can tell from our old videos, I had blonde hair. I kind of went dark for the winter. Give me a thumbs up if you like it or not. I'm not sure. I kind of like it. Brings out my eyes. I hope you recognize me because it does look quite a bit different. I hope you enjoyed that dog bath. That is our basic standard way of doing a dog bath. Hope it taught you something that you didn't already know. And we will see you next time in our next video. If you like what we're doing here on this channel and you want us to continue, please give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Set the bell to notify you anytime we upload new content. And make sure you watch us on Canine Chronicle TV. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.